Just interviewing Michael, or
Well, hi, Michael. It's amazing to have you join us in Collaboration Productions, and thank you so much for taking the time to chat with us today.
Oh,
Honestly, I am a huge fan.
oh no, thank you so much. I appreciate it. No, you guys are awesome. I love what you're about. I love what you do. So yeah, it's my honor.
Well, let's start off with the most important question. I believe you have a movie coming up soon. Do you want to give us a sneak peek about it? Or is that totally top secret until it really comes out?
Um, Sean, help. um, it's
Peter Five
all
Eight,
I
is it?
well, all I can really say about it is it's an incredible it's an incredibly written story with Nate Dushku who directed it. And Ami Laurie wrote the whole story, and it's a thriller, and it's sexy, and it's suspenseful, um, and it's really layered. And it was the hardest thing I've ever had to do as an actor and artist, and I am now afraid to do nothing on screen. That's all I'll really
That's
say.
fair.
But
Sorry,
yeah.
is that the Peter 5'8" movie?
Oh, that's called Birder. Yeah, they're actually wrapping up post production this week, which is great because they want to get into some film festivals, the big film festivals like Cannes and Tribeca, Frameline in San Francisco, South by Southwest. So some really great festivals they want to get it into. So I'm excited. I'm excited.
Well, I guess that kind of leads into my next question. Like you were saying that this is your hardest role. What was your easiest?
Ooh, that's a good question. My easiest role.
Like
Okay,
maybe
well,
one that came so naturally to you, didn't feel like acting.
oh yeah, I mean Randy's Canvas was the easiest because my best friend, besides of course Sean is one of my other best friends, but my best friend is Adam Carbone, and that was his first movie, and we had such a great dynamic as just as like buddies hanging out, and just and we improv so much in that movie. It was a beautiful script written by Sean Bayer, but like the whole basis of the story was based around Adam and his trials and tribulations as an autistic young man going through life, dealing with relationships and stuff like that. But the scenes we had together was just like us just messing around and having fun and trying to make each other laugh. And yeah, that was probably the funnest and easiest and most quickest connection I've ever had with another scene partner. Yeah.
That's awesome. Honestly,
Yeah.
that's like those kind of things are so much fun and just amazing to have.
Yeah, and he's one of the funniest actors I know, and it was his first movie. So going into that, I was like, dude, like you're incredible. Do you know that? And he's just like, I don't know. I don't know how I'm doing. I'm like, bro, you're killing it right now. Like you're doing so good. And like it's proof is in the pudding. I mean, when I saw the film at in LA for the premiere, he was I mean, we got like a standing ovation, and it was such a great story and people to work with. So it's really cool.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
So
and
how
also
did you
too
get,
for right now, if anybody that wants to watch it, it's actually free on YouTube right now. You can watch the movie in its entirety.
Hmm.
and sorry, can you repeat the name of the title? What was it?
Oh, it's called Randy's Canvas.
Nice.
Yeah, we shot that. We shot the whole thing in Rhode Island.
Oh, even better. Huh.
Yeah. Yeah, in the summer. It's cool.
I love that. So what actually got you into acting?
Um, I was kind of always a clown growing up, and I like to make people laugh and being the center of attention. Um, I was an athlete my whole life. I mean, I played football in high school and college, and then I think I was about 19. I saw a flyer for an audition at the university I was going to in New Jersey here. I auditioned for the play. I got it. And then ever since then, I was just immediately hooked into this craft and into the whole art of it. And then I got really deep into it like 2021. Then I went to the American Academy of Dramatic Arts in New York. And there I learned everything about like acting. I mean, all the how to train, all the small subtleties and tools to use that would later in my career help me blossom and find different emotions. And it's just incredible the training I got from that school. But yeah, it just kind of happened, just me finding a flyer and wanting to try it out. And my friends gave me shit about it when I was younger, but now they're really proud and they're always watching my stuff, which is great. So they're very supportive. But yeah, it wasn't like I grew up like when I was 5 or 6 and my parents were in theater. My parents aren't involved in the business at all. Like my mom's a school teacher, my dad's a retired salesman for Nabisco. So it's like, and my sister's a nurse. Like I consider those are real jobs. Like my job is just play. It's just make believe and you know getting paid to be somebody else for however many weeks. But yeah, that's how I kind of got into it. I found some really great teachers who I still love and respect to this day, and I consider them part of my family. And yeah, I my acting coach is in Connecticut, Reno Venturi, and he's probably the best coach I've ever been around. And he's taught me a lot of stuff, and he's been with me now for about 10 years, and he's helped me through so much stuff that I've been through. And yeah, yeah, he's a great piece to have and such an important person in my life.
That's so cool. So then like, let's say someone like myself, or maybe someone else who's really interested into getting into acting, or maybe even try and make it into a career.
Mhm.
I guess from what I'm hearing is that definitely go to school, like acting school, and get yourself a coach. Is
No, don't
there,
go to school. No, I wouldn't go to school. No, no. I would find a really good coach
Mhm.
and have them work with you one on one and just see where you stand with that person. It takes a little bit to find a good coach because it's like a friendship. It has to
Yeah,
be a trusting friendship, or it's like I can't just go to any coach because it's acting is very vulnerable. Like you have to open yourself up, like your whole body. You have to open it up to like this person that you're sitting across from, and it's scary. I mean, you're diving back to trauma and and like stuff that you went through as a kid or a young adult. But like once you can find someone that you love and trust, then it makes the process so much easier and your learning ability very, very easy, and like you just soak things up like a sponge. So find a good coach, and then for like maybe 1 or 2 years train really hard with that coach and get a day job because it's hard making money at first as an actor, and then go to a school or university if you want to do that, you know?
but then I guess like the school would be more like I guess something that would kind of supplement what you already worked on with your coach, rather than
Right,
like your core.
right, right. If you want to, yeah, I mean, if you're really serious about it, yeah, I mean, school's really good, but some of the best actors I know just they have coaches, they stick with coaches, and then they audition, and then they kind of go from there, and they find good representation for themselves. But I did the school route because I loved going to this prestigious school in New York at the Academy, and I knew going in that I would learn so much, and the training was so intense that you know I left there a better actor and a better person, and I was really more mature too because the grueling schedule, like 6 days a week going to school, and like Sundays would be rehearsal day for the plays.
Yeah.
So we'd have this play at the end of each quarter that they would test you and grade you on. So you really had to be on your P's and Q's and really kind of really work your butt off to get, you know, into the second year, which is invitation only.
Wow.
Yeah. So
That's insane. Do
It's
you think
insane.
you would, yeah, do you think you would have, I guess, your past younger self, would you have imagined yourself being in this position?
Oh God, no. No, I was a screw up when I was younger. I was always getting in trouble. My parents wanted to kill me.
So
I was a
basically,
mess.
like every teenager, there is hope for us.
Yeah, yeah. I was a knucklehead growing up, but then acting definitely centered me, and I grew up. Like I didn't grow up till I got arrested twice when I was 19. Like I was not doing well, and then when I hit 20, I found acting, and it really centered me and grounded me, and then put my mind in a place where I need to really make this my career in life. And if I keep doing the things that I'm doing, I'm not. This isn't going to happen, you know. So, and I'm an all
Um,
or nothing person. I'm completely, as Sean, like I'm so committed that it's like if I put my mind to something, I'll die trying. Like I literally will die trying doing it. So,
that's awesome. Honestly,
yeah.
having that kind of determination and perseverance, like really for anything in life that really gets you places, like that's amazing.
Mm.
I guess, where do you see yourself in 10 years from now? Like, do you think you're gonna be like up to the, what are they, Oscars, walking
Mhm.
down the red carpet, anywhere there?
Well, if I ever do go, I'll take my mom and maybe Sean too, but I'll take my mom for sure because I always told her I'd take her to an awards thing. But I just want to keep doing things that interest me, roles that are hard and challenging, um, like I have been doing the last 2 years, and just growing as an actor, just getting better. I want to get better every time I have an audition. I want to get better every time I'm on set, and I want to find new things about myself that I could use into these people that I'm playing because that's the best part about acting is like reading a piece of paper and then bringing those words like to life and then putting yourself into that character and that's like the funnest thing in the world and um like Peter 58 is was something where I dressed up every day in a wig and a trucker hat and I had a beard and it was great and it was just like theater school because you know we would have this a class called clown class where we would literally wear we would pretend we're clowns and then we dress up into something else. It was a great way to kind of um, get into character. So wearing that outfit made me feel like that person, and to wear the clothes and the hat and having the beard and the wig and stuff like that was reminiscent of what I did when I was in school. So yeah, it's just so much fun, and it's there are
That
times
really
where
does sound fun.
yeah, that's coming out this year in the spring, and I can't wait for people to see it. I shot it 2 years ago, and yeah, Kevin Spacey's in it, Rebecca De Mornay's in it, Jake Weber, who's great, he's in the film too, and um, my good buddy John Lurchin produced it, who I did the Lurker with, and he's a great guy, and I love him, and it's just such a strong cast, and the story was is really cool, so I'm excited for that.
You mentioned that you filmed it about 2 years ago, so that's right in the middle of the pandemic. Did you have any problems with like restrictions or closures or I guess any vaccination stuff? Like that must have been crazy, like having access to everything when it's closed.
It was wild. Yeah, that's when like it was really kind of like calming down a little bit. I mean, it was in Dunsmuir, California. We shot like in the mountains, so it was pretty open space. But yeah, you had to wear a mask every time you were indoors, even outdoors too, because it's California and the rules are really strict. So wearing a mask outside in July is not cool because it's so hot. It's like 100 degrees. So um, yeah, lots of testing. They test us every day. Every morning we get to set, we do a test, and then um, yeah, I had a test before I got there. Yeah, it was a lot of stuff, but you just get through it.
Totally, yeah. I think that was pretty much everywhere. Like I did a few commercials on the side here in Vancouver, Canada, and same idea, masks, testing before, after, during. Um, it was definitely Like it's a lot, but you got to do it.
Yeah, and it makes everyone safe, and the Screen Actors Guild did a great job. They still do with testing and making sure everyone's healthy and negative, of course, you know.
Yeah. I do have a really fun question. So you mentioned that you have like clown class back when you were in school. Do you have a favorite character you like to play? Like, let's say something in horror, something medieval, or something fantasy. Is there a favorite?
That I have played or would want to.
A bit of both.
Um, oof, another good question. I would want to play. Hmm. I've never done fantasy before. That would be pretty cool.
So something like Marvel.
I'm not really into superheroes. Um, hmm. You know who would be cool? And this is a weird answer, but whatever. I'm honest. I would like to play. I would like to play like a guardian angel, like an angel.
Hmm.
You know, like someone who like comes down and like floats down, and but I fly too, but I float down and I kind of like whisper great things to someone, like positive messages to somebody when they're having a hard time during like the story, and then go away and then come back. You know, like that'd be cool.
So kind of like oh goodness, what was that series from some time ago? Was it Ghost Whisper? No. Oh my goodness, what was her name? Yeah, it was Ghost Whisper with Melissa Gordon.
Oh, I never saw that. I never saw
Yeah,
that.
it was like a series where it was essentially she was like an undercover angel where like she does whispers and good stuff, and then um like to the everyday person she's just a person in their lives, like a stranger, but then
Yeah,
once they become enlightened, her wings and halo and everything, and she's like, oh.
really cool. Yeah, because I'm so used to playing characters that are like really bad people. They do horrible things. They're so negative. They're sadistic, narcissistic, abusive. So it would be nice to play someone or 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 a figure or creature that is of love and of passion and of positivity. That'd be cool.
Yeah, are you worried about I guess for future, like are you worried about typecasting where all of a sudden the only roles you ever get are, like you said, the evil folks?
Um, I always say if you're typecast, you're being cast. So I'm lucky. So that's a good
Fair.
thing. But no, I mean, I feel like I could do a lot of stuff. I mean, I would love to show more range with fun characters in comedy. Rom-coms would be great. I want to do a
Mhm.
rom-com really bad, but no one would, wants to do it with me. So,
A
um,
Christmas special, maybe?
I would like to do a Christmas movie. That'd be great. Like where I play the fun boyfriend or like the fun dad or something, like that would be cool, or the fun principal at the school. That'd be cool. Um, I'd be so down for that. But yeah, one day it'll happen.
Yeah, because it's, I guess, like when you're getting typecast, it's hard. Like, for example, the easiest one that we have is Daniel Radcliffe. Like, he is
Mm,
always going to be known as Harry Potter, regardless of
yeah.
what he does.
Uh-huh.
And like, I
Yeah.
guess coming out of that is so hard. Do you think you've experienced that during your auditions? Like, they see you as that like evil mean guy, and then you're
Yeah.
auditioning for something funny?
No, it's Sean's laughing. No, it's always the guy that has these trauma issues, these deep dark seated hate and anger or drinking issues. It's always like that. And it's funny because my girlfriend is an actress too, and she's like, "Why do you always get these parts? I don't understand. Like, you're a nice person." Like, but I'm like, I don't know. Like,
It's
I
the
think it's cool.
resting face. It's the resting face.
I think that might be it. Yeah, but like, yeah, I mean, I think it's cool because I've always wanted to play opposite of myself and my personality,
Fair.
and yeah, playing something that's opposite of me is a challenge for sure. So that could be something that I could take as compliment, I guess, in some way. But
Well, I guess if it's not too personal, you mentioned you have a girl who's also an actress. When you guys have to, I guess, act out relationships in movies and other intimate scenes potentially, does that interfere with your personal relationship?
that's such a you're on fire. That's a great question too, because your ears must have been ringing because we were talking about that last night at dinner. We went to dinner last night, and uh, she was like, yeah, like that, it's gonna be a problem. Not a problem, but it's gonna be weird to see you kissing other women and stuff like that when you're working. And she goes, I know it's a job. I completely trust you, but it's gonna be weird. And I was like, yeah, it is kind of weird. But then I told her, I was like, look, if I get something, a script or an offer or whatever that I have to do something with someone, I always discuss it with you first so we can communicate about it and talk about it. And if you're comfortable with it, then we can figure it out. Like I always want to go to her first and see like her thoughts on it. And if it's, 'cause she's an actress too. So she reads scripts and she auditions too. And it's funny, I met her on Burger. I met her on set.
Oh,
Yeah.
that's so cool.
Yeah, we worked one day together, but yeah, we had like a scene together, and um she's wonderful. She's fantastic. But like we worked together, and then I didn't talk to her after we wrapped for like a month, and then she liked one of my photos on Instagram, and then I was like, oh yeah, well, I remember her. So then we just started talking, and it kind of went from there. So, but um, but yeah, as far as that goes, yeah, I always want to discuss it with her first if it's really, if I, if it's any type of intimacy, and then see where she's at mentally, and then go from there. Of course.
Of course, yeah. And I would assume that like if a director honors your wishes, then they're a great director. And if they're super stubborn about it, then maybe not for you.
Right, right. It's gotta be, and I'm old enough now where I can, and I'm at the point in my career where I can, speak up a bit to the higher ups and be like, yeah,
Yeah.
or talk to my team about it and my manager and be like, or my agent, be like, look, I'm not too cool with this type of thing, and it's a little, whatever. Maybe we can figure this out, or but we'll cross that bridge, I guess, when we get there.
That's fair. I guess we
Yeah.
are a bit short on time. Sean, do you have any questions, concerns, comments, remarks?
Not really, no.
Oh, you're so disappointing. You have no questions for me?
Um,
Ah,
not really questions. I think something that would be cool for you to discuss with Catherine would be some of your older roles. You
mm.
did actually play, I think, an angel type in Fishes and Loaves, Heaven Sent. And I mean, you've actually played a nice guy in quite a few different projects. So you can
Yeah,
maybe tell her a little bit about those.
yeah, yeah, yeah. It's great. No, Fishes and Loaves was cool. I played two parts. I forgot about that. Thanks for reminding me. I played a homeless angel.
Oh,
So yeah, and yeah, like I was only seen by the main character. So like if he was having like these issues of, if he needed clarity, I would come in out of nowhere. And it got to a point where it was hilarious because I would just appear from like behind a door or something. And like I was starting to mess with the actor, Sean, what was his name? Patrick,
Muldoon.
the lead.
Yeah,
Yeah,
most people
Mulder.
know him as Austin from Days of Our Lives.
Yeah, so yeah, Patrick was cool. He was a nice guy to work with. So like I would just appear without him knowing where I was going to be, and then start talking, and like he would have natural reactions of like, "Oh my God, like what are you doing here?" But it was fun. But yeah, those were fun roles because they were different than I'm used to playing. Those were fun roles, and they were good people with good messages, and those were family films too. So I couldn't do anything that was too horrific. But yeah, those were fun. Those were good.
That's awesome. Honestly, I became your fan, even though you were only there for a short time, but on The Equalizer.
Oh yeah, that was fun. Yeah. We just shot that. What? October, September of this past, yeah, 2022. So we just shot that. Yeah,
Yeah.
that was
No,
great.
it's,
Yeah,
are you doing any other TV series or are you just in film now?
yeah, I am. I just did a series reg on this show called On 10,
Mhm.
which we shot all in Atlanta. Um, the amazing Man Robinson, who's the showrunner and creator of the series and writer, he and director. We did 7 episodes. I'm in 6 of the 7, and we shot all that in Atlanta, and it's going to be coming out quarter 3 of 2023. So like May, like April, May, kind of around there.
Yeah.
Uh, it's so cool. Yeah, it's a great story. It's an urban series. There's some incredible artists and actors on the show, and yeah, I got to work with all of them, and it was a lot of fun.
Nice. Nice.
Yeah,
Okay,
yeah.
last question before we gotta get going, unless Sean comes up with more things to say. Um,
Something
green
like,
screen or live set?
ooh, you know what? Ah, I'm kind of a throwback. I love like real stuff. I love real sets. I love real situations. I want to be in the cafe. I want to be in the bank. I want to be underwater. But it would be fun to do one project with green screen. That would be cool because I never done it, and it would be nice to like do it and see what it's like because I heard it's hard and I want to try it because it's hard and it would be fun. So
Yeah, I would assume that like whatever extent of imagination you're already using to embody and portray whatever character, now you just have to push it to that extent because now you're envisioning the environment, the protagonist, antagonist, whatever, whoever it is, and it's just beyond.
exactly, yeah. I mean, I'm all for it. I think it would be fun to do it just at least once to see how it would feel. But yeah, I'm down for it. That'd be cool.
That's super cool. Honestly, it sucks that we've run out of time. I wish we could talk some more. But I really appreciate you taking this time and just honestly chatting with myself, Sean, and all of our collaboration production viewers. Honestly, I look forward to all the movies and all the TV series that you're going to come out with because I am a huge fan and I want to see more.
Well, Catherine, thank you so much. I appreciate it. You did a wonderful job, and Sean, I love you to death. And Anna, thank you so much for having me on, and yeah, thank you for everything.
Thank you so much.
Cool.